Hey, how's it going today? Hope everybody's having having a good, safe day today. Thanks for listening to this video. I got 22nd December, by the way. We're 3 days before, well, if you celebrate such a thing, Christmas. All right, okay, so let's get right into it. His name was Alexandro Rojas. If I messed that up, somebody get in the comments box and tell me the guy's correct name, or, phrase it correctly. 22-year-old young man got into a horrible accident in 2019, about 2 years ago, out there in Jefferson County, Colorado, on Highway 70. All right, that's just outside of Denver. If y'all know that area, that's when you start going up in the Rockies, okay? And those roads could be very treacherous, very windy roads, all right? Like what, 6% grades, especially in the wintertime. So you got to know what you're doing. You're driving up there, you get up to about 13,000 feet altitude. All right, now I'm telling you that for being stationed out there in Colorado when I was in the Army about 15 years ago at Fort Carson in Colorado Springs. But this man apparently was in a commercial vehicle and he lost his brakes. And I guess he had missed one of the brake run, the runoff. Okay, it was a brake runway. All right, for trucks that lose control of their brakes, end up hitting some cars. All right, end up tearing up about 4 cars. There was 4 people that were killed in this fiery truck accident. Okay, and this man is supposed to do something like 112 or 122 years, one of the two, for vehicular homicide with a commercial vehicle. And these are very, very serious charges. For this man to get that type of time, I think it's very unreasonable. Petitions are signed for this man not to have so much time. And hopefully, maybe based on his record, hopefully he can get a reasonable sentence, because he's going to have to do some time for that. All right? I mean, that is a form of neglect. He was young and he made a very, very bad mistake. I got to tell you. You have to look at one thing. Playing around with these commercial vehicles is no joke, okay? You got a 50 to 70,000 pound killing machine, okay? And you are in control of that vehicle, that truck drivers. And I'm telling you that for being in transportation, and especially fuel supply, for 20 years. Particularly, I did fueling. I drove fuel trucks, but then again, I ran convoys, and I also was an instructor of light and heavy vehicles. And in some other countries like China or Russia, okay, you can be charged for this type of offense, okay, if it was deemed to have resulted from carelessness. All right. I've seen some people, this almost happened to me, where somebody weaponized their truck or whatever. All right, when I was living that laws just here some months ago, about 6 months ago, because he didn't go faster than me, and I end up getting in front of him on a turning lane. Okay, and this guy tried to weaponize his truck or whatever, and almost, if I didn't move out of the way, he would have cut through the top here. All right, and could have took my head off. All right, and Actually, that was an incident that was reported. Okay? But guys, you better know what you're doing out there, especially during the winter time here, where they're gonna have snow, particularly like out here in the Rockies, up there in New York, around the let's see here, the Northeast, and through like the Truckee Pass. That's between Nevada and around the Reno area, between like Reno and Sacramento. You better have change. You better have a proper like things like the triangles and all that stuff, flares, and you got to try to reduce your speed by 10 or 15 miles an hour. Bottom line, during these adverse conditions and so forth. Okay, you have to remember, guys, you are in control of that vehicle. And let me let you know that you guys are doing a good job out there. I know that the trucking is shorthanded out there with truck drivers. I understand we're about 50,000 truckers short. But you know, you got to be able to maintain your poise out there. You got to be able to control yourself at all times. Okay? Take a break. You know? Don't go out there and overexert yourself. All right? You got a certain amount of miles you have to do. You don't need to overdo it. All right? Get your miles in. You know, take your break. Do your 3-hour reset. Go check in a nice room. You know, go chill out at the pool or whatever. All right? But you guys got to be prepared, and you got to have your mind on what you're doing. I know truck drivers that smoke weed. Okay? I've talked to some. All right? Lay off the damn weed. Okay? The meth and shit. All right? Because you're putting your life and my life and somebody else's life at risk. All right? That's serious business. All right? If you have that commercial driver's license. So, hopefully, you know, petition will sign to where he could do, hopefully not as much time, but he's going to have to do some time, though, y'all. All right? That since this incident is deemed by carelessness, okay? But I do think the punishment needs to fit the crime, and I think that the reaction is a little bit unreasonable. But let me know what you think about this incident here. Y'all be safe on those roads, y'all. Let me know what you think, and check out some of the other videos.